I appear to be live. Let's go. I appear to be live. Oh shit. There we go. Let's continue. Oh wait, multi-stream. There we go. Now let's continue. Day 33. Okay, today we're doing which one's YESOD? It might be this one. Yeah, he's information team, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's move these guys into other departments. Move Pikachu here. Move Kaido here. And move Miku here for now. And that should do. Begin course suppression. Oh, maybe I should check for new egos real quick. What about Melting Love? That's down here. 173. I can get the suit. Can't get the weapon just yet. Hi Max, welcome in. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the suit, I guess. I don't know who I'm gonna put it on, but requires fortitude and can I put Raven on it? Oh, I can. Let's go. How is Raven's skill going? Going fine, I guess. That opens up a Frost Sprinter, I'm assuming. Can I get anyone into there? Requires Fortitude 2, so it doesn't require much. Let's get Simon in there. That works. As good as anyone else, anyway. I didn't know Lobotomy Corporation was a game law. I've seen more fan art and animation than gameplay. Yeah, it's it seems like it's a small thing, but has a really loyal fan base from the looks of it. They're obsessed with Project Moon titles by a long shot. I've never seen people be as obsessed with a video game as I've seen Lobotomy Corp fans or just Project Moon fans. This is the first game in a long series of games that, to my understanding, are in the same universe. Let's begin course suppression. Oh god. Okay. Yep. It looks like this course suppression has made all of my stats blurry as fuck. That's fun. That's fun. Okay. Let's get to work. Send them all here. No, that's the wrong button. Send them all into here. Now get started on killing off. Thank you for the head pants. Craig, welcome in, Craig. You need a collar now. But I can't imagine how I would get a collar into this model without remaking the model. Oh shit, I missed an overlap. Damn it. Oh shit, I missed another one. Okay, one's coming up here. Pause. And I think that's, yep, that's my sniper. Okay, any other employees overlapping? Ooh, these guys are close together. I don't know if that's close enough, though. Kill these guys. And see... Oh, that only got one of them. Ah, that one got both. Shit. Okay. Overlap. And overlap. Okay. Anything over here? But I see an overlap over here, I think. Ooh, there's an overlap. And they're off when the pause button doesn't work. Those are the last two, right? Last three. Let's go ahead and just individually shoot the last of them. There we go. Got rid of all the clerks. To my knowledge. Okay, let's get Raven over into that department. And he should be ready to go. Hi, Shiny! Hi, welcome in, Shiny Pikachu. Hi, creature, that's crazy. Sorry the stream's an hour later than usual. I spent all morning trying to get the new Neko, the new cat ear redeem, the Neko redeem to work appropriately. I got it to work. It works now. But it was like 15 minutes away from start of stream when I finally got it to work. I was like, I'm going to push stream back an hour and go make me a grilled cheese. So I did that. Speaking of... Oh shit. Okay. Actually, do I already have everything? I think I Yeah, if I have both of those, I already unlocked all the information. I can't remember if I had or not. Or if I was just working off instinct of what I knew about it. Let's get to... Oh, God. They even blurred all this out. Luckily, I already know they like attachment. I'm just happy they didn't blur out the counter here. Oh, and that's gonna make finding my employees harder. Yep, that one's definitely Raven. So let's get started with that. I just gotta be a little more careful, you know? It's not that big of a deal. And I have to work purely off memory of what each of these guys like, because I'm not reading any of this. I will not be able to tell what is good off the information board, so I have to remember. I have to remember what's good and what's not. Bring Ditto down here. So we can work on Judgment Bird. And while we're talking about birds, let's get Kaito to work on the Firebird, which I remember requires instinct. So we have to get to Meltdown 6. The problem is I have no idea what the Meltdown counter says. So I'm just going to have to keep going until it says I can end the day. Luckily, I think I can tell when this bar appears full. So the two requirements is getting to Meltdown 6 and having this bar filled. I think I can tell when this bar is full. So I just need to, like, get this full and then keep going until it says I can end the day, I guess. Because I cannot tell what the Meltdown counter is on. I could count, but I don't know what all increases the Meltdown counter. I don't know if it needs to be actual Meltdowns or if ordeals also raise the counter. I have no clue. I can at least do a count in assumption that everything does. So, like, we would be on, I assume, 1 at the moment. So, after I fill this up, it will be 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Oh, also, fun fact, I can't know, actually, I can tell. Okay, orange, violet, orange, orange. Not the best draw, but I'm already committed to this, so we'll deal. We'll deal with it. How did you do? You seem to have done well. Yeah, the draw could have been better. But whatever. Send in Raven. Thank you for the head pants. Red. Oop, I also have to drink. Welcome in, Red. Okay, no, not that one, this one. Find Ditto. That one's Ditto. I think. Yeah, that looks like Ditto. I know what Ditto looks like. Instinct, send Kaito. Let's send Akiri into the Snow Queen. Sadly, I probably won't be able to tell if she's kissed from this, so I'll have to look at her physically in the game to tell if she's kissed or not. Ooh, you did even better than last time, Raven. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna send you in there one more time. Yeah, the counter's fine. Because you've been doing such a good job. The counter hasn't lowered at all. That's about to get really high. I can't tell how far away I am from the end there. It might be 2. If it's weird, it could be 1. I guess I'll find out in a second here. I'll hold off for a second, let Ditto leave that work type. Then I'm gonna send Akiri. Saying Akiri hasn't been kissed. Yeah, Akiri hasn't been kissed. I'm gonna send Akiri into the Snow Queen. And if that triggers it, then it triggers it, and if not, then I'll send her in again. Okay, leave Firebird alone, because Firebird's on the edge of breaking out. Okay, it was 1 away from triggering it. Now we know, though. Now we know what 1 away from triggering looks like. Let me silence my phone. I never did that. Silenced. Okay. One more time, Akiri. Oh, wait. No, let me check if you're kissed. You are not kissed. One more time, Akiri. Then I think it's a meltdown. That doesn't look like it's an ordeal. So we just have to deal with, I'm assuming that's three meltdowns. Not a big deal. Oh, Jesus Christ, that shocked me. Okay, I didn't like that. Looks like it's this one, this one. That's not it. And this one. Oh, I don't remember what you like. No. No. I don't remember. I don't. Please. Please, Porcubus. I'm looking it up. Fuck you. I don't fucking remember what you like. What you don't like. What your counter will lower because of. Porcubus. Let me find the guidelines here. When the work result was good, the counter increased. When the work result was bad, the counter decreased. When the employee with temperance level 3 or lower had a good work result, they died. Which one's temperance again? And then what work type do you like? It was 3 and lower, right? Yeah, 3 or lower. Okay, you just generally prefer instinct work. Doesn't matter what level. You deal what type of damage? You deal black damage. Now we just have to pray that I know who would be best for this. I guess just send somebody who is fully decked out. Miku should work if I can find Miku. I think Miku might be in the first department right now. Yeah, Miku should be fine, I think. Miku sounds like a safe option. Okay. Next, I generally decided to just leave the meteorite alone, or whatever the fuck that is. If it goes into meltdown, so leave that alone. This guy, ha ha ha. What's his name? Warm-hearted woodsman. Okay. Let me look at his guidelines. When the work result was bad, the counter lowered. When an employee with temperance level 3 or higher completed their work, the counter lowered. So, we need someone with low temperance. When an employee enters the cannon while the counter was 0, they die and the abnormality will escape. Okay, so low temperance. What type of work result do they like? They like high attachment the most, it seems. So someone with good attachment, but low temperance. Which one's temperance? I wouldn't be so confused with the names if they didn't have like 2 sets of them. Temperance is attachment, so that's a trap. That's a trap. He's the one that I always say is a trap for it. If you're 3 or higher, I believe it was. Let me check that again. Where's his guidelines? Yeah, 3 or higher temperance. And his really good stats are 70, 80, and 90 for 3 or higher. From 3, 4, and 5. So that's definitely a trap. But if they have attachment level 2, that is actually pretty perfect because that's 60. They deal what type of damage? What is your work type damage? I'm still looking for it. Where is this? It's around here for the last one, I think. White damage. Here it is. Okay, they deal white damage. This one is tougher because I can easily just send somebody with high stats when I need someone that doesn't have too low of a certain stat. It's tougher to do something that requires you to have a lower stat because I need to send somebody with a lower stat in specifically that, but high stats and everything else, theoretically, so they can have high enough defense where they'll survive dealing with them. It's a bit of a tricky situation. Wish I could tell what their levels were. Honestly, at some point you have to think it might be better to just risk it because honestly, it's very unlikely that not even very unlikely. They're not going to escape this first time because the counter is like probably at 2 or something. Oh, it's at 1. Well, still, they won't escape because they won't escape until I send somebody in there while it's 0. The problem is, if they do another meltdown and they ask me to go in here, I'm kind of fucked. Yeah, I need to try and make an educated guess on who would be good for this. Can I, like, get an idea of what a down arrow might look like? Okay. Okay, let me look at Coroni. I know Coroni is all ups. So first let's confirm I know what an up looks like. That is Coroni back there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, because it's 2 up arrows, it's not really clear to me. Maybe if I see Miku. No, this is becoming more confusing. Hi, don't flame me. Welcome in. I am so confused. I'm also now just noticing they're a lot more pixelated, so I can hardly. So I'm going to start not being able to tell who they are. For what the biggest thing is that I'm probably going to eventually not be able to tell when Akiri is kissed. So I'm going to have to stop sending Akiri into Snow Queen, which sucks. Okay. God, this is tough. I really wish I remembered my employees' down buffs. What was Raven like? I know Raven was. No, Raven has high. Raven has high attachment. I know Raven, like half of Raven's skills are like low as fuck, despite the other ones being maxed. But I know attachment's one of the good ones because I keep sending him in to deal with melting love, which means he has good attachment. God, I wish I could see those numbers. Honestly, maybe I should take a picture of all my employees' stats before the next round. My best bet is probably sending. God, this could go bad. This could go bad. But let's try sending. I can't even tell if this is Mark or Nolan, but it really doesn't make much of a difference. Let's hope they can live through this. Pray. What game is this? It's Lobotomy Corporation, but I'm kind of having like a visual debuff because I'm currently doing a core suppression. This core suppression specifically makes all of my information type stuff blurry, and over time it will also make the screen itself blurry. So we're in the second part of it. So now all my all of the graphics in general are very blurry. At first it was just the information type stuff like this stuff. I can't read any of it, so I have to try and remember what all the information was. It's definitely a bit of a challenge. Jesus. Send him into attachment. What's a counter like? 2. That's fine. Send in Coroni. Send in Ditto. Actually, did I do the right work type? I'm not sure if I did. There we go. That's still 1, as I suspected. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Looks like Miku's already made it into Porcubus's containment unit. Still waiting on Mark or Nolan, whoever I sent to make it to yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mark. His hair's darker. Nolan's hair is a little grayer. Okay, meh, but Miku made it. This is a question. Can you achieve this? Can't see his sanity. Okay, his sanity is lowering, but he is doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well energy-wise, so he might be able to make it. He might have too high of attachment, though, and that's why he's able to do this well. No, because that looks like it could be a 60. Okay, yeah, it didn't lower, so that means it likely isn't... He likely doesn't have higher than a 2 attachment. So I made a really good call there. We are good. And he seems to have run out on his meltdown, and nothing happened because I don't really know. I don't really know what specifics are, but I've noticed that nothing really happens when I don't do anything with him. And I'm hoping that stays the case. Because, God, I don't... because I sent somebody in to deal with him the first time. He had a meltdown, and he did well. He did well. I sent in Perry the Platypus, I think. But then, like, a little bit later, I saw Perry walking around the facility, attacking employees while being, like, half a tree. And I can only assume that was because of the meteorite, because I can't think of any other reason that would have happened. I don't even know what this thing is. I'm only calling it a meteorite because it looks like a meteorite. It's probably a tree stump or something, seeing as what it did to Perry. Not the right thing. I want to say that's 6% debuff. Oh, and counter's already down to 2. We going into risky territory. If I get that down to 1, not only can I not do it anymore, but also if it melts down, I might be fucked. Because if it melts down, I have to either ignore it and let it escape, which would kill Raven, or send Raven in there, risk him doing bad enough that the counter lowers to 0, thus it escaping, killing Raven, and same result. I pretty much have to send Raven in there if it melts down, because that's the only timeline where something good could possibly happen. Jesus. Okay, send Ditto into Judgment Bird. He seems to be doing fine with that. Can I tell if Akiri has been kissed? Akiri, please get out of behind other employees. It doesn't look like she has been, so hopefully she hasn't been. If she has, then I guess I'll have to send somebody in to duel the Snow Queen, and I don't remember what the specifics on that is. Had to itch my leg. I know I made Thrag become a strong employee, so he could duel. Actually, I might have tried Thrag, but then did like Mark or Nolan. But anyway, I made someone really strong via the gamble machine, so they could go duel the Snow Queen once. So I'll probably just do that again if I have to, but I wouldn't be able to tell if the gambling machine worked, which is the bad thing. Manager, I've heard another division need our help. I'll mark it on your map. What the fuck, Rotier? Welcome in. Preston Garvey joins Lob Corp. I think he'd have moral objections to a lot of the stuff that happens in Lob Corp. He's a bit of a straight-laced guy. Good job, Raven. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, the bar is raising. I think we're on meltdown level 2 now. So another 4 meltdowns and we should be good. That might be a noon ordeal from the looks of it. Yeah, I'm going to assume that might be, or whatever it's called. It's an ordeal. That's what matters. Dawn ordeal? I think it might be called Dawn ordeal, the first one. And I know it's Amber. That's the only thing I can tell. Amber, Violet, Amber, Amber. So it's going to be a bit of a tough one. I think Ambers do white damage. I can't remember really. I'm not that it matters because I can't tell what my employees are defensive against really. I'll just have to divide them out and hope they do well enough against them. Okay. Send Raven in one more time for this round, for this part, before the meltdown. Crony. I did send him in for attachment, right? I don't want to mess that up. Because I can still recognize who my employees are. That's a bonus. Doesn't look like a Kiri's kissed. Let's wait until these guys are in their position so I know what the counter's at. Okay, I think the counter is 1 away from max, if I'm not mistaken. So send a Kiri into here. I did do the right work type, right? Yeah, okay. Yep, 1 away. Okay. And then I'll send a Kiri back into there to finish it off. What's the counter on this? 2. We're still good. Ooh, let's stop with the Judgment Bird. You can head back to your department. Ditto, because we will be stopping the Judgment Bird work type due to conflicts in the counter. You did not load the counter anymore. That's good. We're still good. Okay. Let me check to make sure you're not kissed. You're not from the looks of it. Unless the blur makes it impossible to see that you are. But I'm hoping that's not the case. Anyway, send her into the Snow Queen one last time before the meltdown. To trigger the meltdown, in fact. YESOD, you tarnished turtleneck, tic-tac, you paint my damn resolution, oh no. Okay, here we go. Damn, I didn't even think about the fact it's going to be somewhat hard to even notice where the enemy is. I hope Raven can handle these guys on their own. I'm going to send everyone but Tree because I don't trust Tree to not die. Actually, send these guys instead after these ones. Send Deku after these ones. And send everyone from this department after these ones. Everyone but Deku. How do I... There we go. Okay, that should be all the ones down here. Let's go up here and check this out. We got a lot of work to do here. You guys handle these ones. You guys handle these ones. Hopefully Miku can handle a whole group on her own. And hopefully we can get these guys out of here before they trigger any escapes. Because these guys, to my knowledge, can trigger abnormalities to break out. Which is bad. As you could probably imagine. You know what really sucks? Probably not being able to tell when my employees are about to die. Oh, did they handle that already? Jesus. Oh, they totally did. Damn. Send them in to assist there. How's Miku doing? Miku did well. Send Miku in to deal with these guys. How you guys doing? You guys seem to be handling yourselves. Looks like these ones are handled. How's Raven doing? Just barely handled that. But was able to handle it. How you guys doing? You guys handled it. Okay, awesome. Oh god, it looks like the next one's already the Violet ordeal. That's gonna be annoying. Is it just this group now? This group of bugs? Looks like you guys are still dealing with yours, but you'll handle that in a second. Yep. Nobody died. I'm so proud of that. Okay. I don't know if that'll still be the case in the next ones, but so far we're doing great. Everybody back into your departments? I think so. Have you tried to shut down and restart your server? Also, here's a joke. What do you call Blissful Lizard? What do I call Blissful Lizard, Crotier? So I think we're on Meltdown 3 now. So another 2 or 3, we should be done, hopefully. A blizzard. It was right there. I should have been able to guess that. Whew. Let's try and shift gears into other ones, because these ones are risky. Because if I got that down by another counter, then if it ever melts down, I'll be pretty fucked. Same with that. And I've already decided to chill out on that one. Unless absolutely necessary. So let's do this one. To get like repression with Deku. Just based off my memory. And if it lets me, just do this one over and over again. Should be easy enough, get me plenty of points, and I don't think it has debuffs, so it should be a safe option for me to just repeat. Yeah, he's already at full. We're already almost at the full bar, I think, so I think it's fine that this is our only source of energy for a minute. I did do the right work, right? Repression, Deku. Let me lean back. I've been leaning forward. Not good for my back. Whew. I did do the right type, right? Repression, thank you. And if we fail the counter before getting to the next ordeal, then we can go ahead and do the ones that don't really get as much energy, but energy, so we can just go ahead and try and trigger the ordeal. Looks like we're almost there. The bar ends like right here. We might be able to make it before the next ordeal. Either way, we should be fine. Because I think we need to do 2 more ordeals at least before the game lets us finish the day. I wasn't sure if I did the right work type. Looks like it did from the color here. Even though I can't read that text. It's illegible. Way too pixelated. We're so close. We might barely just not make it before the next ordeal. Wait. Okay, yeah, I did the right type. I wasn't sure. But that is blue, so that is repression. Yeah, we'll probably make it to like right here before the ordeal. And I'll want to not end this counter. I'll want to trigger the ordeal using a Kiri instead of Deku. Because Deku will definitely be needed during the ordeal. Let me make sure Kiri is not kissed. Okay. Throw her into here. And let's trigger this ordeal. God, this is way more terrifying. Okay. What is with the red? Oh, I can hardly even tell where the enemies are. Come on. Where are they? Are none of them down here? That's not an enemy, right? Yeah, no. Ayo? Oh, here we go. One there. Oh, Jesus.
Did people die? Hold on. Dead. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. Dead, dead. So many died. Okay. I kind of remember now. Violet, they drop right into your, department. So you're supposed to withdraw your employees into the halls. I forgot about that. Kinda too late for that. Gonna have to retry the day. That's unfortunate. And I was starting to think we could do it in one try, too. That sucks. Let's actually try and get a good roll. Because last time we were settling with an amber, and 3 ambers and a violet. Let's try and get some greens in there, because greens are way easier to deal with. Okay, YESOD. Begin course suppression. That's a lot of reds. Restart. Begin course suppression. Amber, blue, green, green, not good enough. Better than what we've been doing, but not good enough. Especially since I don't know what blue ordeals are. Like, at least not off the top of my head. I might have experienced one before and not remember. Red, 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 red. Amber. Yeah, that sucks. Fucking, what is the red ones called? Probably something like Crimson, because I know they don't use basic colors. Color names. Like, purple is violet. I think green is actually just green. So maybe it is. Maybe it is just red. Though, then again, what else would they call green? Green doesn't really have a fancy name, does it? Purple is violet. Red is crimson. Orange is amber. But what are you going to call green? Okay, I don't even know what they call blue. I can't think of any fancy name for blue, like aqua, maybe? God, these are terrible pulls. Okay. Okay, we can deal with that. We can deal with like the first violet and then the rest being green. We can deal. We can deal. It's not ideal, but we'll deal with it. Damn it, why? I hate when the pause button doesn't activate. Like, my mouse must be, like, slightly off from it. I need to start using the space bar more. Because it's more trustworthy, I guess. And... space. Any other employees? I think we're good. Send them over here. Send for Ditto to come down to here. Send for Raven to move over here. I missed the employee. You gotta die. Oh, one more. Actually, hold up. Two more. Can we get them to overlap like so? There we go. Murdered. Okay, now that they're in their positions, let's begin. Deku. Akiri. Make sure I did the right work type. Bet you this met work result to Blue Star. Oh, wow, I don't think I've ever seen Blue Star happy with a work result before. They're always trying to say, we could have done better. When you only just got like 3 or so, negative boxes. Craziest shit ever. Anyway, Raven. Did I do the right work result? I think I did. Just to make sure. What bugs me is that it doesn't look like the right color in the chat. It's weird. It should be like purple down there, but it's not. That is correct though. Okay. Running. I did the right one, right? Still not kissed.
Seek fluid intake.
Oop. Seek fluid intake. Let's go. Red. Man. Oh, I got a little bit on my shirt. Damn. These Dunkin' cups are not really good at not leaking. That is dripping. It's probably dripping actually, because my drink's too low for it to be lid leakage. It does not appear she's been kissed. Let's just check again after the cooldown to make sure, because maybe it updates after that hits 0. Okay, we good. Send her back in to trigger the meltdown. Hey, sorry I haven't been much around the streams these days. I've been a bit... Oh, Jesus. I've been a bit busy. Also, my birthday is next Sunday. I just took 3 vax shots. Damn. Happy birthday. Also, sorry to hear about the 3 vax shots. I hope it's not too sore. I've also been kind of down lately, but I'm fine anyway. That's what I had to say. Well, I am always happy to see you around, but you don't have to worry about showing up. I'm glad to see you stop by, though, Sam. I hope your day's going relatively fine. I'm sorry to hear you're going through all that. Okay, so what's melting down? Hold on. Let's get the static off. Okay. So, that guy again. Let's send in Mark, because that barely, but did technically work last time. Who else is melting down? Okay, these two are relatively able to be handled. Send in Karoni. And not Karoni. What is his name? Kaito. Kaito, and I guess I'll send in Miku. I'd rather not send in Miku. Yeah, let's send in Akiri. It'll suck having Akiri locked, but it is for the best. Because I don't know who else I could send right now. Because off the top of my head, I can't remember who has good attachment levels. Maybe Pikachu? But I can't remember. Thanks, bye. Okay, bye-bye, Sam. Hope your day goes well. Okay, so the next one is the Violet Ordeal. So I'll need to remove everyone from their departments before I do that one. Because it will damage the employees. Luckily, it's the only Violet Ordeal I have to deal with, and it's the first one, so it will not be that strong. Okay, so that's down to 1 now, so I really hope it does not ask me to work with Firebird again. Okay. Okay. Maybe we try and trigger maybe we try and focus on this for now because the other ones are getting high debuffs. And that's not good. Let's send Miku in to deal with them now that they're workable. Okay, after let's send Deku into here again, and then they'll be one away from triggering the ordeal. We'll move everyone out of their departments, and then we'll trigger it using probably Pikachu. Working on like, or maybe actually it would probably be easier to use like Marceline or Princess Bubblegum on one of these. Either way, we'll trigger it using someone I'm probably not going to miss during the fight. Okay, let's move everyone out of their departments. We're going to move Raven into here. Move everyone in here into here, I guess. Then move everyone here into here. Move everyone here into here. Everyone here into here. And everyone here into here should work. They need to be in a hallway. Any departments I didn't do? Nope, it looks like we're good. Okay, let's get Marceline to do this. Believe that to be Marceline. Okay, it does not work the way I thought it would work. I guess that's just later ordeals. Okay, we need to get people to respond to this. Go for that one. You guys go for this one. Actually, where's Tree? Tree's in the lower department. What am I thinking? You guys will handle that, and then I'll send you after this one. Actually, I'm going to send Miku after this one because I need to respond to it immediately. Send Raven after this guy, and then send Deku after this guy. Then send the rest of them other than Deku. I'm just gonna select them from the thing. After this guy. So them, and them. Okay, there's one here. Do I have them? Okay, yeah. Let's send these guys other than Tree after this guy. That should cover all of them, I think. Go after that one immediately. Let me check up on the others. They're about to make contact. I'm sure Deku has that. Sure Raven has that. Looks like they finished. I'll send them to deal with this guy then, since they'll probably be quicker at getting there. Nothing's escaped yet, right? Because when it does that glowy thing, there's a chance shit will start escaping. And I'd rather not know about it. Looks like Raven took care of it. They got that thing killed. Looks like Deku took care of that. That should be the whole lower area. In fact, it looks like the higher area already killed everything too, but I haven't seen the notification for that. Yeah, something must still be alive somewhere. But where? There it is. Did I send people after that? They must be on their way right now. Has anything escaped? Not seeing any of the rooms in static, so I'm assuming not. Which is good. There we go. All handled. Okay, let's get everybody back into their departments. And we don't have to do that again because that was only Violet Ordeal. And Violet Ordeals, to my knowledge, are the only ones that act that way. Even though this one didn't because it's the first ordeal. I'm assuming is why it didn't act that way. You go here. You go here. And that should be everybody back to where they belong. For the most part. Other than the changes to where they belong that I purposely made. Got Deku. Okay, now we get back to business as usual. Hi, Raven. Hi, Lesbian. Welcome in. Okay. Do repression with Deku. Insight with Coroni. Let's go ahead and send Ditto back up. To their real department. Because I think I'm done with Judgment Bird for now. Send Miku in to deal with this lady.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, seeking fluid intake. And thanks, Red, for the fluids. Thank you for the hydrate. Red doesn't even Red doesn't even say much in chat anymore. They just come in and do the hydrates. I think today Red only said 15, and I don't understand the context. Oh, the 15 stream streak. Congrats on that. I looked over and saw it. saw why they said that. I the context got lost in translation on the multi-stream. Coroni. Hello, Raven. Can you do a lobotomy corpse? That's what I'm doing right now. What? What kind of troll is this? Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. The next one's going to be a normal meltdown. I don't know how many things are going to melt down, though. It kind of looks like a question mark, but I know it must be a number. Maybe it's 6, could be 5. It kind of looks like it could be 3, but that can't be right, because I'm pretty sure I already did the 3 one. I feel like it should be 10 from my own memory, but it doesn't look like it could be the number 10. I just want to say I did a Harry Potter housing sort, and I am still a Slytherin, meaning I am still evil. Damn, bruh! Welcome to the house. I'm also a Slytherin. I also did the housing sort thing, too, and was marked as a Slytherin. I did that years ago. I'm a Hufflepuff switches houses. There is this girl I really like. I know she likes me too, but I don't know how to. Oh wait, no, that's lesbian. You're Hufflepuff. I can kind of see it. There's this girl I really like. She likes me too, but I don't know how to ask her out. I don't know. The only relationship I've been in was what I didn't initiate it. And the only date I've been on, I also didn't initiate. So I don't have much advice. Maybe just ask them to do some sort of fun activity you or them want to do, and not really if you want to be chill about it, not really label it as a date, just like going out. Dude, you're evil. What the fuck? Ooh, a girl. But if it's really just you're too nervous type thing, I really don't know what to tell you. We hung out for 2 days in a row. Well, then you're already doing good then. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're really just wanting to like put a label on it, that sounds like it just needs you to do a conversation about what the two of you want. Maybe like talk about it with them, see what they want, and not make it very clear about your stance. So you don't, if you don't want to like, if you don't want to pressure them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that much experience. I only have practical sense sense of logic when it comes to these things. Like what makes sense in my mind. I don't have practical experience. Much practical experience. God, where was I with this? Okay. What's the counter? 3, we can do it again. Not that one. This one. Doop. Deku. Koroni. Okay, chill out in case that's too many work types because we are getting close to the counter. Okay, we'll be 1 away from triggering it. My whole family's homophobic except my sister. Oh no, that's bad. Oh god. I cannot do that. Both our parents' units are homophobic. Oh, that always fucking sucks. Way too common of a scenario. I keep hearing stories about that kind of stuff. I have even less advice for you in that regard because not to brag, but my parents are extremely accepting and are kind of gay themselves in some ways. So yeah, I don't have that good of advice about that scenario. I'm from a very accepting household. Every day I realize how blessed I am. So your papa likes PP to an extent, I suppose. I forget. I think they're pansexual, is what they said. They don't talk about it much, but I remember them saying they're pansexual. They're definitely not straight. Yes, my dad keeps suggesting that I do a top 10 Marvel fanboy type thing. Marvel twink, my bad. Marvel twink. There is a distinction. I don't fully understand the distinction because I don't really care to, but there is a distinction. I mean, I somewhat understand the distinction. I just don't fully understand it. Who do I want to trigger this? Let's have Marceline or somebody do instinct with this. We've almost full that bar already, which is shocking because that's a lot sooner than we did last time, and I feel like we were a lot more gung-ho with it. Okay, so that's just universal, what it looks like. I wasn't sure if it was because of the specific ordeal last time. But no, that's just what it looks like. We don't even have an ordeal where we have a meltdown. And it still did this. Got the spider room. Okay, that one's not too hard to deal with. Melting love, that's fine. I usually just leave that alone, so that should be fine. Have, Kuroni work with Judgment Bird. Should be fine. I think. Oh god, they're doing that one. Would it be better to just let the counter cool off? I have no idea. I'm going to look up his specifics. Then the boots. That's going to be annoying. Oh god, this is going to take me a minute because I'm going to have to look up all these people to make sure I assign the right people. And even then, I'll be guessing who I need to assign. Send Miku into this room. I think I'll send either Ditto or Kaito. I'll send Kaito in. I feel like Kaito's a safer option. Right, and I need Ditto to do this one. I remember Ditto's the perfect one to do this one. I don't remember what work type I need to have them do though. So I will need to still look them up. I have a great personality. I'll pay a little visit to him tonight if you... No. Fuck off, Thrag. Don't worry, your mom can sit in the chair. Bruh. Fuck off. Butter... I don't remember his name. Can I see it, actually? The funeral of the dead butterflies. Okay, repression seems to be the preferred option. Let me look at the guidelines real quick just to be sure I'm remembering correctly. Oh, my head. When employees of Justice Level 2 or lower finish working with the dead butterflies. Okay. We should be fine. So we're sending him in to do what type of work again? Let me check. I've lost it. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, we'll do suppression work with Ditto. Hopefully I remember Ditto's stats fine enough. Other way. Okay, I think that's everyone up here. Looks like. Okay, now we just have to deal with the motherfuckers down here. We already got Melting Love handled. We're ignoring that guy. We gotta deal with Spider Bud. Spider Bud. The heck? There is a chair in their room wall. You guys are fucking insane. Okay, let me look at their guidelines. Employees with prudence level 1 squash the spiderlings. Spider bud turned those who harmed its children into cocoons. When clearing the unit, do as a part of insight work. Name was quickly turned into a cocoon by a spider bud. Spider buds cocoons produce PE boxes. Additional cocoons mean a greater number of produced PE boxes. What type of work does he like? Do not do insight. That's -50. Instinct is pretty good. Attachment is fine. Repression is somewhat low, but not that low. It's like common. Okay, so we're doing instinct work. That's just what's happening. Who's doing the instinct work is the question. I would imagine Perry would do fine. Hopefully. Praying that Perry's stats are all medium to high, as I remember them being. Actually, I might need Perry to do this one. Send somebody else. I'll send in Deku and hope to God that he has high stats and everything. Did it say Deku would die or something? Because usually it says it looks fine. Okay, okay, now I need to look up what's these called? The red shoes. Actually, let's look up this one first. 00620. Nothing there. What's the name? They're Alethith. Nothing there is an Alethith class abnormality that is capable of insta-death, escape, and possession. Nothing there does not resemble any sort of human being, but instead a creature made of buried human parts. Appearance doesn't matter. Ability, nothing there will immediately breach when its counter
reaches 0. Excuse me. By the way, are we able to unlock that information? No, it requires 30. Damn. We only got 24. It's Quillet count. Jesus, I'm digesting right now. It's been like almost 2 hours since I ate. Actually, it's been more like 3 hours because I ate like an hour before stream. Or at least started eating an hour before stream. The Quillet counter can influence in the following ways: decrease by 1 when it takes the skin off of 2 employees upon their deaths in its cell. Decrease by 1 when an employee completes the work with justice level 3 or lower. This takes priority over its other mechanisms, and it will breach instantly if the employee dies during work. Employees with fortitude level 4 or lower will have a lower success rate proportional to their overall level. This one is really complicated. What's its base counter, though? Looks like it's 1. Saying that is what is being listed here. So I do need to send somebody in. What's its likes and dislikes? God, this one's complicated. Looks like I can only get it to about 50%. And even then, it's going to be low as fuck. Due to other reasons. God, this is going to be annoying. Okay, let's deselect Coroni for Judgment Bird. And try and get her to do this one. Because it's such a complicated one. And it looks like I need strong as fuck, which Coroni is in general. Okay. Let's pray this works. Okay. Who do I want to replace for Judgment Bird? Wish I knew off the top of my head what some of these employee stats were. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to send Perry into here and hope Perry can finish with that and get into there immediately after. Let's also look up what I need to do with the red shoes.
Seek fluid intake.
Okie dokie, Red. Bye, have a great time. Low-key want ice cream right now. She left me on red. No! I'm so sorry to hear that. Anyway, goodbye, flies. Okay, bye, Thrag. Ah, Jesus Christ. Right, the red shoes. Guidelines. Employees with temperance level 2 or lower should not work with the red shoes. Okay, that's the one. Should do attachment as long as they don't have 2 or 1 attachment. Because while that is 90% success rate, they will be possessed. I'm sure Perry's skill level is probably high enough. I assigned all the other stuff, right? Yep. I think so. What happens if the counter hits 0? I have no clue. I think it might possess somebody to come follow it, but I can depossess them, so it should be fine. How are they doing over here, by the way? Could be doing worse, it looks like. Employee under the spell. Which employee? Oh god, that's close. And it's back to 1. Okay, that wasn't that big of a deal. Awesome. Counter at 2. Okay, so we good. We good. We handled that. We handled that great. And that looks like the bar is filled now. The next one is going to be a green ordeal. I have no idea what the meltdown level is. The fuck is Neko? It turns me into a cat boy. It also does not. The reason it's 1,000 points is because it's not on the cooldown. Because I can't get it to turn off after you do it. It's a toggleable thing. So you do it once, I turn into a cat boy for the rest of the stream. You do it again, and it undoes it. So that's why it's 1,000 points. A what now? A cat boy. I get cat ears, and I lose my elf ears. Took me a minute to get it to make my elf ears disappear. It was really annoying. Okay. So back to work, I guess. That's on 2 now. I'd rather stop working on that for a minute. I thought you said cable? That's a crazy misheard. Those are very different things. Differently said things. Okay, back to work. Let's do just this over and over again, I guess. Actually, no, we can do the simple stuff too. So do repression with that. I did do repression, right? Send Marceline into there. And PB into there. And also check on all the employees. Make sure everyone's not dead. Looking good. Okay, send Pikachu, if I can find Pikachu. Here's Pikachu, and to do that, and send Kaito in to do this, because Kaito's good with that, if I remember correctly. I think that's Kaito. It's gonna be hard as fuck seeing where the robots are in this next ordeal. I really hope we're near the end. That looks like it could be an IV, which would mean, what, 4? Yeah. So we're 1 or 2 away, I think. I don't know. We just gotta hold on. Try our best. Send Deku into here. I did the right work type, right? Okay, wait for Deku to be out of there. And then we're going to trigger the event with Marceline. Okay, let's find out where all the robots are. There's one in there. It kind of looks like there should be one in there, but there's not. There's one right here, I think. Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Luckily, the good thing about the robots is we do not have to worry about them causing abnormalities to break from containment. Unlike some of the other monsters that will invade. Okay, so I'm thinking I send Raven after this one. And then I send That's Deku. Deku after this one. And then the rest of the gang after this one. Is there any robot in here? It looks like, it feels like there should be. I'm not seeing one. Oh, there is one. That's definitely one of them. Yeah, that's one of them. See, it's hard to see them because of the low-ass resolution. Okay, send them all after that one. Okay, I think that's all the ones down here. Let's look up here. See, we can take our time with this. Let's keep an eye on these guys for now. In fact, move these guys over to here where I think there isn't. Oh, there's one right here. But other than that, because there's like 3 of them in this side of the facility, and I'm afraid they're going to like pull up on them. And we can really take our time with this, so it should be fine. Did that robot? It did. Where's Deku? We're changing up how we're doing this. Yeah, just have Raven stay here. How you guys doing? Oh, they're still pulling up on it. How about you guys? Oh, Jesus Christ. Pull them out. Mark and Nolan are dead. But that's fine. It sucks, but it's fine. Pull them out. Let me check up on the others. How many are dead? Let me do a head count. Just those 2, it looks like. But Katana's close to dead. Can we figure out where she is in case she's still fighting? I think that might be her. Yeah, that's her. You go and rest your ass off. If you're not already going to do that. Let me go check up on these guys. Oh, they about to get pulled up. Let's get them to leave that facility. Where is Deku? Still on his way. Oh, hi!
Venti has joined the brigade.
Thank you for joining the brigade, Venti. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm half deaf, so don't judge me. I don't has hearing in my right ear and some in my left. Damn. How is 144 piece simulator going? I'd explain it to you, but I know you're a fan because of your name. So I know you're not actually confused. You're just making a joke. It's going. We're pulling through. I think we're close to done, though, as you can possibly imagine, I have no idea what meltdown level I'm on anymore. We have pulled that bar, I think, though, so luckily the rest of the ordeals are green, so we just have to hold out because they will not cause any issues with my points. In fact, if I wanted to, I could just keep on working if I was careful enough. And move on to the next ordeal. I think that's either 4 or 5. Kind of looks like there's a V in it. That's what I thought too. I also thought it had a V in it before, so it might have been 4 before and 5 now. But it also has a number. It has something here, which looks like it could be a 1. I don't know. We'll find out once. We'll find out once I'm able to end the day, I guess. Okay. Let me look at if there's anyone in need of evacuation. Just taking my time with this ordeal because I can, because they won't cause any breakouts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where's Raven? Back into your facility. The robot I sent you after has left the department area. Are they all just making their way downward? It looks like these two might be trying to go upward. Yep, that looks like a safe distance. You chill out for a second until you're healed, which you already look like you are because you're in a facility. Hey, you're in the department. Go after that one. What's going on up here? There's one here. And there's one up here. So there's two here. It looks like maybe just one is left down here. They're not currently that close to any of my departments. Though I'm sure that will change in a second. That one looks like it's on their way. Oh, nope. Okay, they went down. Never mind. I was about to say. They were like right here to the entrance of that department where almost everyone from upstairs is. Okay. Let's send Deku after this guy now. Since Deku's on a roll. How is Deku's health? It's fine. Could be better, but it's fine. Oh, they good. There we go. Get back to your department and heal. There should just be one left. Just need to find out where it is. Because I'm not quite sure. Seems it's right there. That's bad. That's really bad. Run, Deku. You need to heal before you do anything. Go down another layer. Okay. You're almost fully healed. I think that's the last one anyway. Not seeing any others. Okay, 100% 4 or 5. Noon shows up on either Meltdown 3 or 4. So, is this your first core suppression on this save? It's my second. I did whatever the name was. Malkuth? I don't know. The very top one first. I did the top one first. We're now on... I did this department first. We're now on this core suppression. Is almost fully healed. Okay. You should be fine. Now, go take care of it. Oh, this has gone easy. Yep, that was the last one. Okay, now we just need to trigger another meltdown. Yeah, Makoof, not a bad upgrade from her. Yeah, it was what? Employee speed increase? I'm gonna go, but I'd be back next stream. Okay, lesbian. I hope everything's alright. I hope she responds to your messages soon. Okay. Employee speed plus extra lob points each day. Right. Okay, do this one. Do this one. Skip with Kaito. Do this one. PB. This one with Marceline. This one with Deku. Go ahead and send Miku into this room, because why not? Attachment with Phoebe. Instinct with Marceline. Attachment with Kaito. Suppression with Deku. Oh, we might have done too much. Hold on. Okay, we're still good. Suppression with Deku. Attachment. Wait, hold on. This might be the second from last. Yeah, this is the second from last. So wait until Deku's out, and then we're going to trigger it. I do not know how many meltdowns it's going to trigger. And that's a very unidentifiable number to me. Okay, Instinct with Pikachu. So I was the one who couldn't see a single step ahead. Oh, I did it!
Yes!
We did it. Okay. Second try. I heard about Elijah. I'm sorry. I guess now everyone should know that there are consequences to forcefully entering a laboratory with restricted access. Also, you were very careless not to put the supply room key back in its proper place. You may think I am being too strict, but I can't help it. I'm not saying anything false. We should set up a time for when keys must be returned to prevent people like you from causing this again. I wore this to prevent chemicals from splashing on my body. Don't worry, I'm just a little tired. No need to show concern. I'll go prepare for the upcoming experiment. Wounds have a way of revealing themselves, even for those who wish to keep them concealed. For Gabriel, it was the change in his clothes. Maybe it was easier on his mind to conclude that Elijah's death was caused by a violation of the rules. He tried harder to stick to his principles. He tried to maintain his objectivity. But perhaps his excessive rationality is what destroyed him. His earnest hope to not see anyone else die couldn't reach me. No, there is no point in lying anymore. I pretended that I didn't hear his desperate cry. There's no need to ask if I'm doing alright. I heard about what you and I did yesterday. I felt like it was the first time I lost myself. It was not quite pleasant, but it was not as terrible as I expected it to be early either. Rather, I feel relieved. Not to say that all the hatred that surrounds me has completely washed away. I'll still see that rotting hallucination, and sometimes I'll feel disgusted and have an unbearable anger towards you. However, if there is one aspect that has changed, it's that I can be in as much despair as I want to now. Someday, a hope will painfully grow out of the rotten wound. What you gave to me was a seed of hope. It seems that you are also on the way to embrace your painful past. It's always the beginning that's difficult, and your outfit still isn't up to the company standard. I suppose I should seriously consider having penalty points apply even to the manager. 10%, 20% germination of the seed of light. The rationality to maintain discretion. Now time for Hod. Next time for Hod. Well, one course suppression is enough for a day. Ease up your tension and just close your eyes. Yes, just like that. Especially since if I start on Hod, I know I won't finish Hod because I've done Hod. Hod was the first one I tried. I kept failing, so I went to a easier one because I wanted to end that stream with a win. I've got a win here. If I started on Hod, I'd be ending on a loss, and I do not want to do that. But Hod gives the best upgrade of the upper layer. Ease up your tension and just close your eyes. Yes, just like that. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so that your mind finds itself comfortable too. It tickles, no? But just wait. Now, fade away without a trace. Feel the water and air during the different seasons inside a different dream and a different body, forgetting and remembering everything. You've already become something. I don't know what it is, but I've already left for somewhere long ago. Please don't look for me. I will no longer be able to teach you. But Mr. A, please. I want to be a part of the Cogito experiment. I'm all ready. I can prove it. The particles scattered across the floor are sparkling in the light. Kill me. Please kill me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just as you commanded, I have written up the job application form for our corporation. The reception is good. Everyone thinks that it's a new employment method that does not concentrate on just one's abilities. The number of applicants is projected to meet the initial calculation. The experiments are almost complete. We will soon hire people according to the order of priority you've stated. I've also arranged a meeting with Time Track. Are you thinking about those who have left you? Okay. Guess we'll have to choose abnormality again in a minute. Or not. Information team. Oh, we're just using the robot form now? 25% increase in unique PE boxes gains from abnormalities completed. The department in which suppression took place will no longer be influenced by meltdowns. Let's go. Okay, that's all for today's stream. It's a bit of a short one, but I'd rather end off on a win than either spend several hours trying to get HOD to be done, or ending stream after having not finished HOD after trying HOD for like 2+ hours. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, for what are we doing? Tomorrow? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's Silksong. We're doing Silksong tomorrow. And then the day after, 1 p.m. EST, we will be doing Subnautica. And then the day after that, that will be Friday, we will be doing Friday, right? Yeah, Friday. We'll be doing Fallout Friday, as always, 1 p.m. EST. And next week, I will not be here next week. We would usually be doing the next Lobotomy Corp stream next Tuesday to start off our stream week. I will not be doing that. You will not see me again until the first Tuesday of August. So, like, which Tuesday is that? Hold on. The first Tuesday of August, so it would be the 4th of August, August 4th. So you'll see me tomorrow, the day after, the day after. I'll be on vacation between the 25th and the 3rd, and you'll see me again on the 4th of August. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Eat and eat well, and bye-bye!